He was feeding one of the most exhilarating players
Unbelievable.
in the 90s. Few in that decade could light it up like he could, whether it be on the ground or in the air. What a player he was. Please make him welcome Winston Abraham, everybody. Thanks for coming on, mate.
Thank you. Mate.
It's a joy to have you with us.
It's a joy. It is a big thrill for us. We're big fans. Do you watch this show?
No.
Did you change your name to Winston from Ian?
Ian's my real name. No, Winston.
Hey, it's great to have you on here. We've got some great highlights to show. A lot of people who would never have seen you play. It's unbelievable.
What we generally do is put everybody, when a player comes on, we put their highlights just in one package because, you know, it gets us through the highlights before we get into all the other stuff. But your highlights, whether they be marks or goals, in a 110-game career were too good. So we've separated the marks and the goals, if you don't mind. So for a man who stood 5'9", 175 centimetres in the old, is that about right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
You'd agree with anything we said, right?
I think, no, 178.
178, OK, so 178, so an inch taller than that.
Hey, you know what?
Something like that, no jokes.
Hey, we're going to give you 179.
There you go. Take the 179.
Enjoy yourself.
Say 6 foot.
Roll the package and have a look at these.
What are we looking
marks.
at first?
We're going to have a look at the marks to begin with.
We're looking at a 6'7" man.
I mean, you aren't jumping against blokes who are often a foot plus higher, taller than you. Is this something you always had as a kid? Did you always have the ability to jump and take these ridiculous marks?
Funny thing is, I had a couple of cousins that.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I had a couple of cousins that just used to kick the ball up and let us take screamers on them.
Right.
And I was, 10, 11 years old doing that, so.
So you always had the ability to.
I was going to ask, did Dennis? What was Dennis? Was Dennis Pagan a? Did he encourage you to fly for marks, Winston?
No, but he. Pago used to just say to me before a game, he'd say, "Look, mate, I'm not going to tell you how to play. You just go and play." And I didn't have that at Fremantle, but when I came to North. But
What about your teammates at North? Did they mind getting your knee in the back of their heads from time to time?
The Duck said to me once, he goes, Winnie, I don't mind if you jump on my shoulders. He said, go for it. He said, and I looked at him and he said, because I'm going to do it to you. so every time I got a chance, I just went for it.
So they were the marks. Let's have a look at the goals. And there's the first one here. Just the power. I mean, the ball's behind you. Look at that kick. Has gone post height and about 10 rows back. Did you always have that ability? I mean, did you always have a sweet right foot?
Yeah, I think that was another thing we practiced, just kicking goals. Yeah.
Where was your best position, mate?
Somewhere on the field. Half forward. Half forward. It's a hard position to play. You either.
Look at this.
We want to know.
He fell over here.
How do you?
There's an obvious question here, Peng.
Yeah. Did you go back and pick up your hamstrings after that goal?
I don't know how you didn't do it.
Extraordinary.
How much did you love playing? Coming from where you came from, how much did you love playing your footy at the MCG?
Oh, look, it was awesome playing there. You just used to go out in the middle of the ground and have a look around, and then. Yeah, I don't know. You're sort of like in a bubble when you're out there.
Yeah.
And it's just.
We spoke to the young fellas before you came on, and I think I asked Bobby the question. Was there anywhere on the ground where you didn't back yourself to kick a goal from?
No.
Some of the positions, the ball.
I think you don't actually go and kick the ball and think that you're going to kick the goal. It just happens.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You're not going there to go.
Mate, it's like me with jokes, mate. So I don't really. They just.
When's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? Just tell us. Are we close? Are we there?
I'll feel it, mate. I'll feel it.
Winston, can I take you back to the very start? You were part of the inaugural team down there at Freo, and I loved when you came into the competition. It was great to see. You made an impact straight away on and off the field. Have a look at this. I'm not sure if this is pre-match entertainment or part of some kind of Mardi Gras. Were you aware of all this going on at the time?
I think that was the first game that we played.
I think it was.
Subi, yeah. I think that was the first game, and Scotty Chisholm was a bloke up on that.
Was that Scotty Chisholm?
Is that him? Is that him?
I was one of the village people for a minute, but...
Did you ever want to stick your nose out when you're in the water? You hear
You know that was
the
going
song?
on?
No.
No.
Did you... I mean, you love the footy club, but the song's not great. Did you... I mean, what gives us your thoughts on the Freo song?
Well, I'll tell you a story. When we first got together, we had a meeting and Jared got us all together and we had this meeting and they got this fella out singing the Dockers song, the new song, unveil the new song. And after we heard it, I looked at Ben Allen and Ben Allen goes, "Are you kidding me?" And no one liked it.
Shocking
It was
song.
shocking.
No
song.
good.
I don't know. Yeah.
So you start at Freo, you end up at North, and you're playing a premiership winning side. How did it come about that you went from Fremantle to the Kangaroos? We have a look at you kick a couple. Just before you do you want to apologise to Mick Sexton here? I mean,
He's nowhere to be seen.
You break his ankles and you're coasting, mate. Like, you're doing that so easy. Do you want to apologise to Mick Sexton?
No. He's a Carlton man.
He is. How good was it to be? I mean, is it obvious that this is just the greatest day you ever had playing footy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. It was a... I mean, I don't know how teams like Hawthorn and Brisbane and Collingwood and all these teams... Well, coming back the next year was like, man, a strange feeling that you're playing in a grand final the year after.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing it again.
Yeah.
But it was a massive relief to win.
When did you... I mean, Carlton weren't much chop that day. When did you know you had that game won?
Oh, when they beat Essendon.
In the pre...
The week before.
Quite seriously, did you think...
Byron Pickett and I were watching the game, and as soon as the siren went, we were just like, yes!
Yes, we've got Carlton.
That doesn't make me feel terribly good.
My new favourite anecdote.
Maybe no more questions about the 99 Granny Murray. They're too hurt. They're too much pain.
Just don't mention the 98 Granny.
Yeah, no, not for you anyway. No. So 1998. I'm glad you got us back to 98. If people were watching Winston's highlight packages and you're a student of this man's football, that you may have noticed two glaring omissions. One of the greatest goals ever kicked and one of the greatest marks ever kicked. They both came from this man in 1998. So let's go to the goal first. It was against Collingwood. And words don't do it justice, so let's just relive the moment.
Of course, goes very early. Francis tried to get through in the centre. Longmire, well done. And Abraham, brilliantly done. Fantastic football through the centre. Oh, could he kick a goal? Could this left foot go through? It does!
It's just awesome. It's just absolutely... Pangy, you played the game at a very high level, but that is a very, very special piece of football.
Yeah, it was fine. No, Winston, it's an amazing goal. Right, it's an amazing goal. But it didn't win goal of the year, did it?
What?
I beg your pardon?
No.
It didn't win goal of the year.
You're kidding.
No, because it was... I've done my research. Round 11 that week.
Yep.
Winston kicked that amazing goal. Didn't win goal of the year. Goal of the year... let's have a look at that and we'll just be the judge. Jeff Farmer's won goal of the year that year.
Holland, the game was the target, but they don't have a crummer at ground level. Pounced on by Farmer. He's kicked a couple already. He's dangerous, the Wizard. Runs to centre wing. Pops it short to Gary Lyon and keeps running. The Wizard, he's got it. He's going to take him on. Runs to 50. No. Great play. This could go through, but bounces. It's a goal. Sensational play. Jeffrey Farmer. Magnificent.
Rare footage there of Gary Lyon giving off a handball. But, Winston, do you feel hard done by? Looking at those goals back to back, do you feel hard done by?
No.
No?
I think we both were in the talks for Mark of the Year that year, so yeah. I got Mark of the Year, so...
We'll get to that.
Like I said, I did my research. So both those goals were in round 11 of 1998. Yeah. So not only did you not win goal of the year, you didn't even win goal of the week that week. Jeff Farmer...
No way.
Jeff Farmer got both of them, Winston.
So you mentioned...
it wasn't all bad.
No. You mentioned the Mark of the Year contention, of course, because 1998, again, it was 7 weeks later, Mickey. And now, this is, to this day, this sort of defies all sorts of physics and logic, this mark that he took in Canberra. Again, words don't do it justice, so let's just go to the video.
Somebody who can kick long, Wayne Carey. He puts...
Winston Abraham special, the big run, a big launch and a big grab.
Extraordinary, a bit to unpack there. Let's take a look. Can you talk us through what's going on here? As the ball comes in from the duck, there you are, right out there, almost on the flank. Are you got this covered at this point?
Have I got it covered?
Well, the answer is yes.
I can't believe how far away from that pack you jumped.
Oh, look, it was a weird feeling because I jumped and the ball was miles away.
It was.
But suddenly the wind hit it and next minute it's in my hands.
Bang. Well, I hope you won 2 cars for that. It's a good mark of the year.
Mark of the year.
Yeah? What'd you get?
Well, 97, Mitsubishi sponsored. 98, Cadbury sponsored it.
Right.
And then 99, Mitsubishi.
So what did you get?
I got chocolates.
Oh, no!
So either side of you, it's a car. Either side of you, it's a car, and you get a couple of blocks of chocolate.
I got 10 kilos of chocolate. I think Glen Archer ate 6 of them.
OK. Tell me it was a family block. Tell me, what was it?
Family block. It was about this big.
Yeah, so it went a while. So please tell me that was the best mark you ever took.
No.
It wasn't?
No.
What was the best mark you ever took?
When I was playing juniors in Narrogin, back in, when I was about 15, I reckon, I took a mark and I was standing on this guy's shoulders, just standing straight up, and landed on my feet.
So he's standing up and your feet on his shoulders.
Similar to that one, I've jumped from about 4 metres away, 5 metres.
Is there any vision of it? No photo of this?
There's probably a clip in the paper in the Observer, but not.
Winston, there's no footage, so it's very hard to prove.
And most of all those people are dead. No, sorry. No, I shouldn't say that.
We'll give you a Mars bar.
Yeah.
Hey, are you going to be sticking around for the footy this week? I know you got the North Melbourne jumper there. I think the North Melbourne jumper's behind you. The jumpers are such a great display of culture and storytelling.
There's the North jumper.
There's the North jumper. Are you going to be sticking around watching the footy this weekend?
Yeah, yep. Trying to get some tickets for Friday night and then go to Saturday night game.
Yep. You watching much footy these days?
Yeah, I'll try and look. My wife and I run a netball club.
Right.
So on Saturdays we're at netball from 7 until 5.
Yeah, right.
We run a genders netball club, and so we're busy on Saturdays, and then you never get to watch. You never get to watch a footy, and then Sundays, daughter plays netball.
Yeah.
Both boys play footy.
So he's not...
Can I just point out, it's taken a bit of a turn this week. We'll just start sending Winston some highlights or something so I can see. Also, did you say you need tickets to the game on Friday?
Yeah, to the Essendon.
Come on.
Nick, we can sort that out.
Yeah, you're the boss. You're the kingmaker.
Oh, there he is.
Consider it done. Not only that. I'll tell you what else I've done. Because it's been so long and because you didn't get the Mitsubishi, I rang Mitsubishi.
Oh, what?
No, rang Mitsubishi during the week.
You did not.
Told them the story, and I said, where are we at with this? And they went, you know what? We'll make good.
What?
And I'm telling you, this is what they've done.
Oh, no.
They've got some more chockies for you from Mitsubishi. You've got... That's it. Got your favourites?
Yeah.
The roses are in there.
Get your hands off it.
Sorry.
These are for Winston.
Yeah.
All right.
That's beautiful.
We're all good.
Hey, Winston, everything you did on the footy field, through 110 games in this league, it's remarkable what you're able to do. And it's been a joy for us to relive them with you. Thanks for coming on. Enjoy the weekend, mate.
These are yours.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Just a shout out to the Noongar Golf Club back home and the DRSC bangers.
Yeah. There you go.
Nothing for the netball club. the golf club.
Winston Abraham, our special
Good on you,
guest,
mate.
everybody. Don't go anywhere.